Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another match reaction. Barcelona, they've beaten Almeria 2-0 away from home. And, looking at the match before we get started on the video, we talk about it. Guys, on my match reactions, if you guys want to join, also give your thoughts, comments, and discuss with me about the game as well, just click on the link that I post on X and click on the streamer link, and then you'll be able to join. Just because also to make these videos interactive if you guys want to join. But guys, now talking about the match, Barcelona, they beat Almeria 2-0, and looking at the performance that Barcelona put in, it wasn't brilliant. Barcelona, we haven't been playing brilliant football in these past couple of matches. We did get the win. Fermin Lopez, man of the match, scoring 2 of the goals and reaching 10 goals in all competitions. He just can't stop goal scoring. And what's funny enough, guys, there's only been 2 midfielders who've scored 10 goals in the last decade for Barcelona, and that's only includes Fermin Lopez and Arturo Vidal. What a season that Fermin Lopez is having. But guys, in that first half, Barcelona, we were all over the place defensively. But let me show you the guys the lineup in which we lined up with Xavi lined up with. So you had Ter Stegen in goal. You had Hector Ford starting. Joao Cancelo be given some rest. You also had Inigo Martinez starting for the second consecutive match. You had Pau Cuarsí in the start as well with Koundé. And in the midfield, you had Fermin Lopez with Gundogan being suspended. Fermin Lopez replacing him. And in that pivot position, you had Sergio Roberto. Pedri given the start as well. And up top, you had Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres. Some of the concerns that I had were in regards to Lamine Yamal and Pau Cuarsí, because these two players, they have been playing tons and tons of football lately. And, the season is, game wrapped up. It's nearing to an end. And these are two players who I want to see begin tons of rest. These players have been doing tons of football in the season. I believe they played over 3,000 minutes, Lamine Yamal especially. Pau Cuarsí, he's been playing since January, around there, January, February, in which he was able to debut. And, Lamine Yamal, he's been playing, the entirety of the season. And so it's very worrying to see, these players rack up so many minutes, because they can obviously pick up some injuries. But, talking about each player individually, let me talk about Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen, he did have some key saves, but Ter Stegen today, he just, bro, it's been the theme throughout the season. Ter Stegen just doesn't fill me with confidence. Almeria, they had tons and tons of chances, and if they weren't so wasteful and they had some better quality attackers, Barcelona in that first half, we would have been losing. Almeria, they cut us open. We were so open defensively. We were so weak that if it was literally any other team, they would have scored. And so I want to show you the images that Barcelona managed to get away with. But this is Batistao, who gets in a clear-cut 1v1 opportunity right there. He takes the shot. He scuffs it, actually, and it goes out wide. It goes to Ter Stegen's left-hand side, Batistao's right. And, that's a clear opportunity for Almeria. And by then, Barcelona, they did take the lead through a fantastic cross from Hector Ford, in which Fermin Lopez was able to find the header, those runs that he's able to make inside the box. And, luckily, we get away with that. But later on in the match, you have Lamine Yamal making a darting run inside the box. He has this opportunity. It's the ball gets a little bit away from him, and so he isn't able to hit it across goal, which is obviously what you would want to do in that situation. And so he takes the shot, and it hits the post, in the near post of the goalkeeper. That's Barcelona's one of the biggest chances that we had in that half. But I mean, they had chances time and time again. And this was the next chance, in which now it's I believe it was the Almeria and Barba, who gets in a very dangerous opportunity right here. And Ter Stegen, from this distance, he's B, and it hits the post as again. So if that ball rebounds and we get a little bit unlucky with the bounce, that's a goal, and that's 1-1 for Almeria. And just knowing the chance that they missed just a couple minutes ago, that could have been a completely different situation for Barcelona right there. And now, looking at another chance that fell to Almeria, in that same half. Look at this. Well, in the second half, look at this at the start of the second half. You had Lozano point blank point blank against Ter Stegen. Ter Stegen right there just rooted. His feet are planted, and Los Santos misses from point blank. You know, I say this, but Almeria had so many chances that they could have, amplified the lead and, made the game very, very difficult for Barcelona. But luckily, they weren't able to do that, and because of that finishing, they are where they are in the league. They are bottom. They are being relegated, and Barcelona, they struggled. Uh, Fermin should just play at left wing when every midfielder is healthy, because when everyone's healthy, we always play a four-man midfield. Well, I mean, the thing is that I do like Fermin Lopez playing as that attacking midfielder, but for midfielders, I don't know if that's the right avenue to go down. We got so lucky they didn't score their chances. Absolutely, absolutely, Sampana. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for stopping by. But I completely agree. And guys, what's funny enough, looking at that second half, Vitor Roque came on, and he was able to play around 20 to something minutes. Lewandowski came on. Ferran Torres, who started, came off. Lamine Yamal, he did play the 90 minutes, which I didn't like. I personally want to see Lamine Yamal, as I said, at the start of the video, being given more rest. But, he played the 90 minutes. And Vitor Roque, he did play 20 minutes. And what did I make of those 20 minutes? I saw, Vitor Roque a little bit nervous, a little bit, too, ecstatic, a little bit too nervous on the ball. There were a couple of chances where he was dribbling. It wasn't fine, but, it's completely understandable because Fermin Lopez, in every single occasion that he gets, it's a pressure-inducing, occasion for him, because every single time it's an audition. If he doesn't perform well, if he doesn't get a goal, if he doesn't get a nice flash of brilliance, then Xavi's not going to play him, and that's just because Vitor Roque, it's a rare occasion that he plays, and that just shouldn't be the case. Vitor Roque, he should be coming on every single game, just building up momentum, building up confidence. That way, when we do need to rely on Vitor Roque, he is able to respond. But Xavi doesn't trust him, and Barcelona on the board, they've made a mistake buying him. That just it's not suited for everyone. But you can clearly tell that Vitor Roque, his confidence just isn't high. Vitor wasn't bad. He's just low on confidence, but he was pressing at least and causing some chaos. 1,000%. I'm saying that Vitor Roque wasn't brilliant, but that's completely understandable. He hasn't been playing football recently. This is a 19-year-old who's coming to Barcelona, adapting. And as I said, he should be getting tons of minutes. He should be getting, 20, 30 minutes in every single match. We can't be relying on a 35-year-old Lewandowski who's going to be turning 36 very, very soon. Like, we can't be relying on him. And especially looking at the reports that he's going to be most likely staying for one more season, just relying on Lewandowski to be our striker for one full season at 36 years of age, that's just not a route that you want to go down to. And, it puts even more of emphasis on Vitor Roque. But reports are saying, that Barcelona, they don't count on it. But guys, the player we obviously have to talk about is Fermin Lopez. He got 2 goals, and both of the goals were very, very good. If you guys haven't seen them, go check them out on X. I've posted them, so make sure to go check them out over there. But Fermin Lopez, he was absolutely brilliant on the line, and we have to talk about him because Fermin Lopez, he's gotten 10 goals in all competitions. I believe it's 8 goals now in La Liga and 2 goals in the UCL. And Fermin Lopez, he's been been used relatively as a super sub, and he's been absolutely outstanding. And every single time Xavi calls upon him, he responds. And I'm so happy for him. And hopefully next season he has even more protagonism, and he is able to play a lot more football. But guys, as I said before, the match tonight from Barcelona, it wasn't brilliant. It wasn't brilliant. We get the 3 points. We secure the second place spot. There is 2 games left to go in which if Girona both with them and Barcelona lose, then they could get those 2 points. But now with a 4-point cushion, that second place spot is all about secured. And I'm very definitely interested in what you guys make of the match. If we sell Vitor or even loan him, I'm going to be on the verge of hitting my own club because Ferran and Felix are just not Barcelona material. And here's the thing, Zampana. Joao Felix right now, he's on loan. And he's been getting more minutes than Vitor Roque has gotten in the entirety of the season. And Vitor Roque is a player who we spent big money on. and he's been getting very very little minutes. And just looking at how the way Barcelona they're managing the situation, and just looking at the rhetoric, just look at the reports from the media, it's most likely that for like that Vitor Roque is going to be leaving the club, whether on a loan or on a permanent transfer. That's to be to be decided, to be seen, and hopefully that isn't the case, because I in the very little minutes that I've seen of Vitor Roque, I've been very happy with the minutes that he's been getting. But let me see if I can find any post-match press conference words from Xavi. And it's most likely going to be that they're going to be asking him about that about those controversial words that he said yesterday. In which he basically says, "Hey, we can't compete with Real Madrid and with other big top elite clubs economically." And that's caused some basically some controversy in the media. Laporta is apparently angry about that. So I'm pretty sure that Xavi is going to be asked about that in the post-match press conference. But he had this to say in regards to Fermin Lopez. We had been told that Fermin's loan spell was very good. I had liked him for a couple of years now. When we tried him in preseason, he showed that he was ready to compete. And I'm glad that faith that Xavi has put into Fermin Lopez has been rewarded. Fermin Lopez is a player that I want to see a lot more often. I can see that Fermin is ready and mature enough to compete. I think he could be here for several years. Almeria, they had too many clear chances. We weren't good enough. We dominated the match, but we should have scored more goals. Absolutely. Ter Stegen, he has to say this in regards. I'm super grateful for my entire career so far. I hope there will be many more games. It is an honor to have been able to play so many games in front of these fans and alongside these incredible teammates. We need to seal the second place finish this weekend at home. And then once we beat Rayo Vallecano, we will be able to secure that second place spot. But now looking at some words from Fermin Lopez, this is what he has to say. We needed the win, and we played well. Wait, you just backed off. And we played well in general. Perhaps we relaxed too much after we scored the first goal. But you did see a little bit of that. But I'm glad that Barcelona they were able to get the second goal without conceding. No, yeah, right there. Ter Stegen also helps me a lot. Hector Ford gave me a good cross, but I've always been good at heading. And I'm happy for the team and for my performance. We'll fight for the second place until the end. But right there, guys, Fermin Lopez being the man of the match, he gave some words to the media right there. Fermin is a player who we've needed for so long. We've never had a goal-scoring midfielder like him. Pedri is what Fermin should have been in terms of goal scoring, but you can't rely on him because of fitness issues. I agree partially with that. I do agree that, for example, that Pedri, we do need to see more goals coming from him. But the thing is, Fermin and Pedri, they're different type of midfielders. Fermin Lopez is a player who likes to make, runs inside the box. He likes to be, a box to box basically. And Pedri, he's more of a controller. He's more of a Iniesta, a more Xavi type profile, a controller. There are different types of profile for that midfield interior position. But it's true. Fermin Lopez is a profile that we've missed since Arturo Vidal and Paulinho from years ago. But guys, what do you guys make of the match? Fermin Lopez man of the match. Barcelona win 2-0 against Almeria, and we clinch that second place spot. And guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow with the latest news roundup, and we should talk about a little bit of the fallout from tonight's match. And then we look ahead towards that game against Rayo Vallecano. Sampana, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. And hopefully I see you more often. But guys, as I said, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in.